The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, again coming up at 8:20, just about 10 minutes away, is a chance to get to AJR at the Allstate Arena. Ticket Blitz Thursday. We launched that, and then every hour it goes. We'll do it again at 9, and then Lauren will have it, and Brian Phillips, all the way through the day here on Q101. You stay here, you get stuff. That's our motto. So, seems to be a lot of plane stuff happening lately. Everybody filming somebody in a plane doing something crazy. This was a woman that's been nominated for a Grammy, who's a gospel singer. And she was singing on the plane, and, well, here's the audio of what happened.
Seatbelt signs off. It's not a disturbance.
Hey, have a seat.
I am. I'm going to have a seat.
So she started singing some gospel songs on the plane, asked the passengers, and people clapped. She said, I just got nominated for a Grammy. And people clapped as she started singing songs, and then the flight attendant came up to her and said, you have to be quiet, or we're going to have to remove you from the plane because you're disturbing everything while we're trying to take off. You're not supposed to talk. So that sets the stage a little better for the audio here.
Seatbelt signs off. It's not a disturbance.
Hey, have a seat.
I am. I'm going to have a seat. So I just found out I'm up for 2 Grammys. My very first time, you guys. My name is Bobby Storm. I sing for the Lord, and my song is out on all platforms. It's called We Can't Forget 'Em. I want to share this with you guys. I wanted to do it when I first got on the plane, but I haven't done this in a while, so...
Are you able to be quiet?
But they're enjoying it. So
Now, that's not a passenger. That's the flight attendant guy coming up to her saying, you have to sit down and be quiet. She's standing up when the plane's getting ready to take off.
while we're sitting here, could I please...
I'm not enjoying it. So I'm asking you, can you be quiet?
Okay, well,
That's a
I find that up.
That's a yes or no answer, please.
Am I going to go to jail if I don't?
Can you please answer my question? Are you willing and able to be quiet right now?
I'm doing what the Lord is telling me to do.
I'm asking you a question, yes or no. I'm your flight leader. I need you to follow my instruction.
Okay.
My instruction for you to answer my question. Are you able to be quiet
What
right
do you
now?
guys think?
I'm asking you, ma'am.
I'm asking you guys.
If you're not able to follow my instruction, you will not be taking this flight.
Okay.
Are
so
you
that's what I
able
was
to be
asking.
quiet?
If that's the case, then that's fine.
All right. Thank
right.
you.
So it ends.
So I'm singing on the low for y'all in the back.
I'll sing on another day, she said at the end. Now, it ends cordially. She doesn't get dragged off the flight or anything like you see these other things that happen in all these flight videos, but she stood up to sing, to present her song to the people on the plane, and then they stopped her and
All I
called
can
her
think
down.
about is how awkward it's going to be to order your drink later. It's going to be such an awkward interaction.
So she tried to sing everything then to get it out.
Can I have some ice?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Remember, just text Teamster. No S at the end. Teamster to 312-591-8300. Ticket Blitz Thursday. That is for the AJR tickets at Allstate Arena before you can buy them tomorrow at 9 a.m. From our great friends at Live Nation, and of course from us as the free, awesome A-level tickets continue with us with the Tristan tickets and all that. They're awesome.
We have so many tickets.
Give them away. That's what we like to do. And it's, giving something away for free or getting something for free always feels good. And this is something I didn't know existed, of taking, I don't know how long I've been riding in Ubers. Like, have they been around 10 years about at this point, I think, Uber? Maybe.
Oh, I probably more.
I think more than 10 years. Something like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you get an Uber and, you do your thing and you give the ratings. And people used to always talk about their rating, but you give a rating to the driver. I had no idea that you could give bad ratings to drivers and get a refund eventually. If you have enough bad rides, Uber gives you credit. And what people have been doing is abusing this and saying every driver is bad. So then they end up getting refunds. Yeah, they're abusing the system. Because sometimes you have a bad ride. Sometimes you have a great ride. But they've been abusing the system just to get refunds.
To get the discounts.
Yeah. So now Uber's doing a different system to identify customers listing false claims. I guess they're going to reach out to the driver and say nothing bad happened. Have to trust their driver that's not lying.
Well, it's the thing. It's difficult, though, because what's he going to be like? Yeah, I was a real prick. I got to be. I didn't get him there. Like, what is he going to say?
I mean, hopefully your drivers be honest.
Why can't people just be honest? Like, you get your ride, and if something bad does happen, yes, get some money back. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, why would you give somebody a bad rating who did a good job? That sucks.
Just to get a refund. Just to get $10.
Guess what? If that happened to you, if you were at work, and somebody reported you or did something bad to get ahead, you would be like, oh, people are the worst. Nobody's ever good at flipping around, like, for their own benefit. They do this all the time. They're mean to, drive through workers. Like, you know what? If you were slammed at work and something was taking a little extra time, and then somebody cursed you out, you'd walk away going, oh, aren't people so crappy?
Yeah.
And I see that all the time.
It's a cycle of karma, and it's going to come back around to you. But People abused the system and they kept giving it out. Now they're going to be basically reviews of the rides. I don't know how they have enough people to do this. Whenever I've had an issue with Uber or Lyft and you have to get a hold of them, it's very difficult. And they're going to actually probably hire other people to do reviews of rides to make sure the ride was not satisfactory or satisfactory. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I've never reported an Uber ride, and some of them haven't been my favorite. Like, the car's freezing or hot or doesn't smell good, or I'm like, I think you took a long way, whatever. I've never reported a ride, though, because I'm like, I got to the destination. That's, like, my only goal. I have reported Uber Eats because I've gotten, like, the wrong food.
Wow.
I remember one time, I was so excited about this. I was in New York with my mom. And we got to the hotel super late at night, and it was a nightmare. Where we were staying, there was an open restaurant. City that never sleeps, my ass. Everything was closed. And I'm like, I don't want to take an Uber all the way to this, whatever. So we were like, oh, let's order a pizza to the hotel and just hang out and drink wine in our room.
Sounds wonderful.
And I Uber Eats to pizza, and we wanted to upgrade. It was a vodka sauce pizza. How good does that sound? And it was a little expensive, but I'm like, I don't care. I want that. They essentially dropped off cheesy bread. It was a cheese pizza. There was no sauce on it. It was completely different. And it's like, well, the cheese pizza is only $17. I paid $35 for vodka sauce. So I went in there and was like, we just got the wrong pizza and the wrong side. Like, everything about this, they clearly just gave us somebody else's pizza order. Like, there's just it wasn't like a mistake. They didn't leave onions on or something, right? And we did get the whole thing for free. I just wrote, like, I didn't know that's what was going to happen. I just want the difference back. Like, I just want to pay for a cheese pizza then. So I was like, it has you go through all these steps, like, wrong with order, what's wrong? Like, is there one mistake or is it completely wrong? I'm like, completely wrong. We got the wrong pizza. And it was like, you've been 100% refunded.
Wow.
But I kind of felt bad because I'm like, well, I don't want the business to lose money. I would have just paid for the cheese pizza. I didn't even request that.
Yeah. Patrick checked in. He says, I'm an Uber driver, and I've heard many stories of drivers getting deactivated over nothing because people are doing this. So if you get enough bad ratings, it's people's livelihoods, he says, that people are messing with just for a free ride every 10 rides or whatever.
You won't spend $7 on your ride. Like, come on, then walk.
Yeah. This other guy, Andrea, a woman, checked in saying the same thing. As a rideshare driver, I can tell you false reports leads to deactivation of drivers. And that's how people live. That's their ride. So it's a bad thing, and Uber's changing it as far as you can't just say it's a bad ride when it's a good ride. I don't know. Yeah. Just they review it. I don't know if they go back to you.
It's going to be tough to do.
It is. It can be tough, but it's the right thing to do.
You know what they need to do is they need to flag accounts with a bunch of them. Because if you're just constantly, what are the odds? If I've never had to do it, somebody else should not have had to do it 7 rides in a row. Something's going on, you know?
You look in the mirror. You're the problem. If you have 7 bad rides in a row, it's probably the passenger and not the driver.
It's you. Hi. You're the problem. It's you. Oh.
Is there anything you've ever... People do things to scam all the time just to get something for free, and it's petty. You know, for example... I called up Xfinity last week because my bill doubled, all my promotions ended. And people always say to do this. When you have a cable bill or whatever, phone, whatever you're doing, you call up and you go, my bill went up. Well, I want to talk to, there's a certain department you're supposed to talk to. But I didn't do that with the person on the phone. I just said, look, these things are wrong. My bill doubled. I'm going to have to cancel. And I wasn't going to cancel. But I said, I'm going to cancel because I can't cancel. It's the only service I can get into my building. They had me. But... when I did that, they said, well, we want to keep you as a customer. You've been a good customer. They don't know I've been a good customer, but they said that. And then they gave me some good promotions because I said that. And it made me feel good. I felt better. It was a little bit of a scammy thing, but also I had these great promotions and the bill doubled out of nowhere. It shouldn't double. You know, it was a good price I had, but it, made me upset. So I got upset and I said, I'm going to cancel. And I had no intention of doing that.
Did they give you a better deal?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They gave me
How much less?
So they gave me better speed, and then they also cut it. It was $55 and went to $95. And so it got back down to $70, I think, with a faster speed. They didn't get me back down to where I was, but I got a good deal. I'm very happy.
My husband's in the middle of that. Every 2 years, it's a big argument of, we'll switch everything. I'm like, why can't you just keep it? Why do they have to do this with the contracts and the thing? Like, just let people agree to a price and pay it until they leave. Or die. Like, just come on.
Well, it was a pretty big jump for me. Like 55 to 95. That's a pretty big jump.
No, yeah, our contract went up, whatever. I think ours is like 175.
Woof.
And it went up to over like 250 or 300.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just, come on. That's it, because that doesn't include all your streaming services. Like, I'm like, we can't do this. This is absurd.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to redo all that. I mean, I only have the one Wi-Fi in because we use YouTube TV and all that other stuff. So we just only use Xfinity for the Wi-Fi.
Because we have to have an extender.
Yeah.
When you have like a basement, it just doesn't work.
I know. Even in my place, which isn't near as big as your house, have to have extenders.
That's what I'm saying.
I
so you have
know.
to have all these extender. It's just, which I don't get. Just make a bigger one. What is this?
I'd love to see if I didn't have to work up to this because you had a bigger bill, but did your husband like look in the mirror and start pumping himself up? Okay, I gotta get this call.
I've had to hear about this.
And I'm gonna take him out.
No, he's been doing it for like 2 weeks.
Building himself up for the phone call?
No. Have phone calls. Like, he just goes in. I need to speak to this person. I need to speak to this person. And he just. I don't touch that.
Hillary checked in and reminded me what the department I was looking for, the retention department. I just talked to a customer service woman. Again, she killed it. She gave me a good deal, and I'm happy with it. The customer retention department. When you ask for that, that's you're going to go there, and then they're going to give you a deal if you can just complain a little bit. I hope, I didn't do it in a mean way. It sucks because you gotta show that you're upset without being mean to the person on the phone because they're just doing that job. You were just talking about that before about people just doing their job.
You can't be mean to them unless they're mean to you.
Yeah.
I was talking to this girl named Cheryl once, and she kept a pretty big attitude.
I like that. That's the rule. You can't be mean to them unless they're mean to you.
I'm like, you know what, Cheryl? How about you settle down?
Did you say it like that?
Yeah, I was pissed off.
What'd she do?
I asked for, it was not for Xfinity. It was for something else. And I asked for her last name. It was for like my medical stuff. And I asked for, she was being mean to me about like my medical bills when I had to get all my CAT scans and stuff last year. Just treating me like crap. And I go, you know what? You're like a really awful person. That's what I said to her. And I go, can I get your last name? And she hung up.
Whoa.
Because she knew that I was going to, because those phone calls are recorded and stuff. Yeah. And she was truly, because I'm very good about, I'm not going to be mean to them. It's not their fault. But she was in such a bad mood. And she was just like, well, sorry, that's your health. It was really mean. Woo. And I'm like, can I get your last name? And she hung up.
Now, did you call back and say, I need Cheryl, whatever her name is, on the phone?
Well, yeah, but they didn't I waited for 4.5 hours to get back on the line. I'm like,
Cheryl's out there pointing to the other girl and we're like, I'm on my lunch break.
Every time I meet a Cheryl, I'm like, maybe I should just bump into her with my car just in case it's that Cheryl.
Okay, that's
just in case.
Okay, for Cheryl's out there, where are you going to be today so you know not to go outside?
Yeah, I can't blame every Cheryl.
Every damn Cheryl.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. One more time, we'll give it out because we have another Ticket Blitz Thursday coming up at 9, but the word is Teamster. Text Teamster to 312-591-8300 if you haven't. That's your chance to get to AJR at the Allstate Arena on Saturday, June 29th. Before the tickets go on sale, as we always do, tomorrow at 9 a.m. they go on sale. Our friends Live Nation and Brian and Kenzie, we're giving you these tickets for AJR. So text Teamster, no S at the end, right now, to 312-591-8300.
A single Teamster.
What's that?
I said it's like a single Teamster, not a fleet of them.
One Teamster. One man or woman.
One word, one Teamster.
One teamy.
Oh, great. Now we're going to get Teamy. Teamy sent in.
So we're just talking about Uber cracking down on people just saying that it was a bad ride just to get a refund. And a lot of our rideshare drivers really checking in on this. I didn't know this was a massive problem. And so I saw this yesterday. And basically, riders are getting deactivated because people are trying to get a free ride. And they keep saying every ride was bad. And if you get enough bad rides, well, we'll give you
that
a
should
ride.
Just get you kicked off. Like, that many reports should get some type of flag. It doesn't make sense. If a driver consistently has a high rating and one person's consistently reporting all their rides to get, that's obviously, if it's been 2 the whole time they've had an account, okay, probably some validity, right?
Yeah.
But that's just not cool.
I know, totally. And there's a lot of people checking in. In fact, a girl from Yorkville checked in and saying, I'm a customer service rep, and the things that people say on the phone just to get $5 back off on something. I don't know exactly what her product is or what she works for, but customer service people, and it's easy to get mad at them when they screw around, like you just said with Cheryl. All the Cheryls around. Like I said, where are you driving around today? What cities are you going to be in besides your home city?
I'm going to find Cheryls.
I want the Cheryls to stay inside. Be safe.
That's what I do on my weekends.
All the Cheryls out there dial 9-1. Just ready for another.
That's all you're going to make it to.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 coming up 9 minutes away from Ticket Blitz Thursday again, 9 o'clock, AJR tickets. We'll have to give you a code. You text in. It's super easy. That's Ticket Blitz Thursday. It will go every hour the rest of the day through Lauren's show, through Brian's show. And then we'll do sports where there's some big Cubs news brewing. Huge news about an acquisition to the team that may be the guy you think it is. Coming up. I don't know if I should give more information than that.
I think you just give a lot.
So you think I have too much?
It may be the exact thing you're thinking.
That thing you were hoping for might be it.
Giving a tease.
Good evening, Chicago.
Yeah. It's the exact news you think it's going to be.
That's coming up in sports just after 9. Now, we're just talking about getting a deal and how you people can just scam any way possible to get a little bit back. There's one thing coming up that everybody wants that you won't be able to do that with, and that is Grand Theft Auto 6. And we talked about they released a teaser of a teaser coming in December. Kenzie wasn't too impressed by that. Just give me the teaser. Give me everything. Give me the game. They teased that a trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 will be coming out in just a few weeks. So 10 years ago, when Grand Theft Auto, the last version came out, it was $60 for the disc to buy and get Grand Theft Auto and play. And now they're looking, I guess, at cases at a $70 price point?
Yeah, so most video games right now, like I just bought the new NBA 2K game, and it's $70 on the PS5 and whatever the new Xbox is.
So that's not a big increase for 10 years, to be honest. But I guess they're staying with their fan base. They know what they'll pay for a game.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can get so many buys off of impulse buys now because, like, I haven't bought a physical disc in probably 5 years. I buy I buy it on the PlayStation. I can buy a game and download it.
They do that now?
That's how you buy games now. I know.
No more discs. No more discs.
I didn't know that. I thought that's where those were still disc friendly. Does it still have the thing that
you can
comes
still
out?
do it?
Yeah, you can do it because...
Do the noise again?
Yes, you can still do it because you bought the discs and you have them to play them, but now it's all digital.
I guess it's smart because then it could never, scratch or skip. Remember when you guys ever buy a computer game and you're like, great, I'm never going to know the ending to Nancy Drew. It starts skipping at the end.
I've never said that.
Sucks.
Those exact words I've never said.
The murder is going to go unsolved today.
Never had the Nancy Drew problem, but totally understand. Yes, now it's all digital. Now it's all streamed. You can buy it that way. But the CEO, this game cost $1 billion to create. Grand Theft Auto 6, the most expensive video game in history. It will be. And in terms of pricing, the CEO is saying, in this very wordy statement about they may test the environment of the price point because this game will be the greatest game of all time in their eyes and a lot of people's eyes that play it. So they may even they're eyeing a $120 price point instead of a $70. So $50 more for Grand Theft Auto 6.
So it's normally $70.
That's what they're looking at now. It was $60 the last time the game out in 2013. So now they're saying $70.
Wait, which one's going to be $100?
The same. So now they're saying maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 could go to $120 and the same amount of people would buy it. And think about how much more money they'd make when, millions of games are sold at $50 more a pop.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I can't do the math on that.
A lot of shmoney, honey.
Yeah.
So Kenzie, the mere concept of buying a video game for $120, what do you think of that?
I mean, you play it a lot, I guess, right?
I try to.
Yeah.
Cases Fridays after the show are all video games.
That's true. No, there's nothing I hate more than a work email on a Friday. I'm playing video games. Leave me alone.
And I don't want to I really have not played a lot of video games.
Yeah.
But I think one like that where it's not a one-off. It's not like Pac-Man where maybe you're like, 15 minutes later, you're like, got it. Still getting chased.
You mastered Pac-Man in 15 minutes, you did?
Yeah. No, I don't like anything chasing me, even in a video game. I hate the concept. All I do is go back and forth. When you can leave the screen and come out the other side. That's all I do.
Until they get you.
I have a panic attack. I hate being chased. I hate it.
So let's just note before you continue, Kenzie had a panic attack playing Pac-Man.
I hate when things chase me. I refuse to run. I'm not going to stand here and get murdered like a man. I'm not going to. I do not like being chased.
What are the other scenarios in which you're being chased? And there's Pac-Man. There's running.
Tag. I hate playing tag. I don't run after me. I don't. Get off my back. I don't like it.
It sounds like your life is Jason Bourne. Anywhere you go, people are chasing you.
I don't like being chased at all.
So we couldn't
football.
I was gonna say we couldn't do like a Q101 football game.
Don't chase me. I don't like it.
Flag football. Well, you could hike it. No one's going to chase you there if we had a flag football
But there's
game.
still defenders coming at her.
Yeah,
I don't like being chased.
All right. Well, that's noted.
So no, I don't play a lot of Pac-Man because of that.
I had
stresses me out.
like cases where I was, I guess, in a way, but I was even worse. I had a literal addiction to Halo on the Xbox and played 8 hours a day at one point. So my Xbox finally broke, and I said, I got to stop. I basically, video game anonymous. I stopped by my video game machine breaking, and I didn't buy a new one because I had to. It's about 7 years ago. I had to get out of it. But Case gives all his to Fridays after the show. That's his video game, 6 hours maybe?
Because it's the only time I have time. I'm busy Monday through Thursday. My girlfriend won't let me play video games on Saturday and Sunday. I have a sweet block of action on Friday afternoon where I can play either a baseball game or a basketball game or a skateboarding game or come 2024 Grand Theft Auto 6.
Well, okay, so here's my thing that's what I was going to say is that I feel like if you are a big video gamer and you're spending hours and hours doing it, $120 isn't that bad. I mean, it's like it can cost you $50 to go to the movies, or like for a single dinner, like 80 or 90, and that's just an hour or two.
Okay,
yep.
So I'm glad you see it this way. I thought we would argue on this, but you're exactly right. Do I like the corporate greed of charging $120 for a game? No, I do not. But I'm going to pay for it. It's like we always talk about concert tickets and that they're a lot of money, but people keep on paying for them, so they're not going to bring the prices down.
And that's something that you can do a lot of. Now, if you're not a big video gamer, I think it's a waste if you're not going to play it a lot. But if you're legitimately going to spend, I mean, if you're legitimately going to spend multiple weekends doing that, think about it. You almost are saving money.
Thank you, Kenzie.
If you don't go do something else.
That's girl math right there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Because you're not spending it doing other things.
Listen, if you're not going to take your girl out, think about how much money you're going to save. I mean, she's going to be pissed. You're going to end up single. But I'm just saying.
Oh, damn, I'm going to get GTA 6.
So you can be single? What a horrible thing to say.
Ryan, what the hell?
What is wrong with you? You want to make it a single mom?
No, I'm trying to save money. You're misinterpreting everything.
I just said you'll end up single, and you're like, well, let me go get it.
I want to take that.
What is wrong with you?
Is fatherhood that bad?
No, let's take that from the statement.
You want to abandon your family so you can pimp slap fake strippers?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.